What could have been a normal day of exams became one of violence at the University of the Western Cape.
Students are very upset. As you can see, we are burning stuff. All residents itself is disrupted. Windows are being broken. But it's all a cry for help, man. This is what we're striking for. Not just now, but for our children and their children to come. To have a free basic education, a quality education. I mean, this is something that INC has promised us. And now, 21, 22 years down the line, still no free education. And most important, no quality education is being given to us. So our cry is not just, it didn't come about now, our cry is for 21 years now already.
This morning, a reportedly peaceful protest quickly escalated into turmoil after a university employee was allegedly assaulted and 5 students subsequently arrested.
The firefighter responded to fires that were set or were being set at our residence, with first residence and other residences. So upon his arrival at that residence, he was attacked.
But some argue differently.
And the reason that today became violent is because the security were actually engaging the students. The security were the ones who were fighting with the students. We even had a point where a security actually put a girl in the van. There were 5 students which were arrested in the morning just for gathering and mobilizing students.
Demanding those arrested be released, students became angry, already unhappy with responses from university administration on issues of fees, student debt, and outsourcing.
There was an email which was sent by the chairperson of council. He was saying that our agreements are practically null and void, and he's not gonna actually arrange a council meeting this week because what is happening is not urgent. On top of that, he said that the interdict which were put on the student leaders should be actually put back in full force and should be executed in full force.
When students started looting the cafeteria, police began dispersing crowds with stun grenades and rubber bullets. It was soon after this point that pandemonium broke loose. Police and students continued to clash all afternoon.
These protests have been happening for over 3 weeks now, and nobody has been listening to us. What happens is that instead of them actually coming forward and addressing these issues, they just use the security and the police to repress us, and repression does not help.
I think that this situation could have been dealt with in a rational way, even in the initial stages, to avoid the situation. Because at first, the only thing that the students wanted was to be heard, and that was refused. It took long. It took the SLC to call a meeting where they themselves got booed for the rector to actually sit down with the Fees Must Fall leadership and actually discuss the memorandum at hand. The chairperson deliberately said, "No, I am not going to even communicate with people who are not stakeholders of council. They're not going to speak with them at all." And I think that it is in that regard that the students decided, in fact, here we are not taken serious.
As clashes continued, this time with private security, one student fell victim to a stray rock. Later that night, students stood resolute, but police advanced again, dispersing the crowd once more. Riot police and private security remain on campus for the night.